Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Yellow, the Pikachu solo run with me, RockPaperMario. In the last part there was a ridiculous upset. I think it was just a recording of the damned. Because if you remember, the first time I tried to record, I forgot to press record. And then the second time I tried to record, Koga actually beat me. Like the Venomoth actually took out Pikachu, which I couldn't believe it. And to make matters worse, it was like just happened to be the episode where I was talking about how devastating it would be if it actually happened. But now that it has happened once, I feel okay about it. I've accepted it. I've accepted that occurrence into my life history, and I'm willing to put it all behind me and take on Koga again. So, yeah, he has cause to laugh. A child like me dares to challenge him. How ridiculous. Just me and my Pikachu just taking on this guy. And like I told you guys, like Koga is like the part of the game where like the gym leaders kind of get difficult, because up until then like Erica is a pushover. Like Erica really isn't that difficult whatsoever. Just because the grass type defensively isn't that good, and in Gen 1 it isn't that strong. So I don't know like what to do here, because I was thinking of like maybe trying to go for a double team, but I didn't want to get toxic. Do you see, toxic is what I'm like terrified of, because if the first Venonat gets toxic off. Yeah, look, see this is what I was like terrified of. Now I actually don't. Well, I suppose I could heal. Joe, that's what I'm going to do, because I just don't want to give it the chance to take hold. That's the problem with Toxic, is that like you can't keep up with it, like because of the mechanic that it like doubles in strength every turn that you're afflicted with it. Like you don't have like the option of just kind of like sticking with it and like tanking it basically. Like you just have to like get rid of it as quickly as possible, or else finish the battle as quickly as possible. And if his first Pokemon uses Toxic, well, you're not exactly going to be able to finish the battle as quickly as possible. And that's something as well that I needed like a hole in the head. We're just gonna like continue on here. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm sure it'll be fine. I literally like couldn't believe it the last time when I saw what happened, and like what I also couldn't believe is like the situation that I was in, where like I actually couldn't do anything else, and like where like I was trying, like hoping that Venomoth would actually just take out. Oh my god, how does it know that? That's ridiculous. But maybe am I being dicey again? Oh my god, I was being dicey again. And it paid off, because look, this will hopefully kill it. Yes! And a critical hit. Okay, so now all I have to do is heal up to take on Venomoth, and hope that it doesn't like psychic my ass to death. Lemonade, it's time for that those sweet Beyonce tunes. Just like to give like a little background information, it's actually like St. Stephen's Day, so like the day after Christmas. Oh my god, another critical hit, that's ridiculous. That's how it wiped me out the last time. Because I probably would have survived like one psychic if it hadn't been a critical hit. This is ridiculous. Do you guys see like what I'm seeing right now? At least I know that I can like survive one critical hit of it. I just have to be like really play defensively, which isn't usually my style when playing with like Pikachu. But yeah, it's the day after Christmas, so have a great Christmas, everybody. I know I didn't like have a load of... I know I didn't like do something like I did at Halloween, where I had like all the Halloween stuff go up, but like I suppose Holiday Star is like Christmas enough, you know? Like to do like a whole Christmas themed LP, and it's still not over, and I'm really enjoying that game so far as well, so... I just said like I'd record this quick little video. Maybe you guys could comment and say like what all of you got for Christmas and stuff like that. That would be kind of interesting. Because I know like what I got. Well, first of all, like my dad got me this book, which is like oh my god, don't let this happen, please. Don't let this happen. Can I like survive a critical hit at this much HP? I'm pretty sure I can. Yes, oh my god. Okay, now we just have to take it out with a body slam. I should have used Seismic Toss and like thrown that stupid moth against the wall. That's how I would have liked to end it, but thankfully we actually prevailed. So my dad got me this book, which is really cool. First of all, like I opened it and I didn't know what it was. I looked at it and it just said Bad Dads on the front of it. I was like, what is this book? And then I kind of like looked at it more closely, and I realized that I actually recognized like some of the people on like some of the characters, or the characters depicted on the front cover. And then I actually read like what it was and opened it up. And what it is it's like it's like a book of, oh, I'm sorry, Pikachu. I'm so sorry. Let's have a look at you. How are you doing? Oh, not doing too well. Like, and then when I opened it up and had a look at it, what it actually is like a big book of art inspired by the films of Wes Anderson. Like, you guys probably know that for like years and years, like ever since I saw like The Life Aquatic, probably that was like the first Wes Anderson film that I saw, like back like when was that film out? Like mid to late 2000s or whatever. Like when I saw that, yeah, it must be like it must be like 10 years old now at this stage, surely, almost at least. Like I fell in love with the whole the style of it, like just the whole atmosphere of that film, and like that caused me to go and like watch Rushmore, which then became like one of my favorite films of all time. I should probably get out Cutty Wutty and Big Burger. Do I really need them? No, I don't really. Because we're finished here in Fuchsia City, I'm not going to bother going through the Seafoam Islands. I think I'm just going to get on my bike and start making it up to... How much time have we been going for? Like 7 minutes? I'm going to actually start making it up to... back up to Saffron City to take on... Well, do we have to? I'm going to start making my way back up to Saffron City to take on Sabrina. If that's really a good idea. Or to take on like the Silphco, that's probably like... Well, no, I can't take on Sabrina before doing the Silphco, can I? Because Team Rocket are all, like, in the way. Do you know what? I might as well fight you. That was probably, like, my biggest problem with Koga, is that I'd, like, skipped all these trainers. Pikachu would have been, like, about probably 5 levels higher. Look at this guy. He's, like, Bebop and Rocksteady or something. Or Phil Mitchell. But yeah, so and then Rushmore became one of my favorite films of all time, via Rushmore and The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. Even like the Darjeeling Limited is okay. Moonrise Kingdom, The Royal Tenenbaums, like all of those films, just fell in love with them then as they came out. Grand Budapest Hotel, funnily enough, I'm not the biggest fan of. It's okay. It just seems almost like a parody of one of his own films, is what it is. Which I guess that's what happens to directors. Like, I know that's why I don't like Tim Burton films anymore, like any of the newer ones, is because they just seem like parodies of Tim Burton films. And that's what I'm kind of afraid would happen with Wes Anderson. Like, I'm in love, I love Rushmore and Royal Tenenbaums and The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou. But I mean, like, after a certain point, don't you just start, like, making films that are parodies of your own work, you know? And that's what it kind of almost seemed like was happening with Grand Budapest Hotel, but I don't know. That's just like the way things go sometimes, I suppose. So that was like the coolest book ever. There's like loads of stuff in there by loads of different artists. Like, it's all really brilliant. And then like my main present was like, my mom got me Pokemon Moon, which I've been playing. I got it yesterday. I started it last night because that was the first time I got the chance to sit down. And I'm loving it so far. It's like the first time I felt actually excited playing a Pokemon game since Pokemon Sapphire, that you have that kind of sense of... Because I think I kind of remained spoiler free, or like kind of in the dark for the most part, really, regarding Sun and Moon. So like, I don't really know a lot about which Pokemon are where, like how the game is set up, like what the story is or anything like that. But so far I'm really enjoying it. Like, it's the first game in a Pokemon game in a long time where I kind of have that feeling that you're just kind of left, do what you want, wander around, and where the focus is on just interacting with the world and catching Pokemon and enjoying yourself. So my team so far, I picked Poplio, obviously, because Poplio was the adorable water-type Pokemon. You guys know I like water-type. And I named it Alaska. So I have like a Poplio named Alaska. It's actually a female one, which I don't know whether that's like more or less common, because I know usually the starters are like 85% male, or like male 85% of the time, not that they're 85% male and 15% female. So yeah, I picked Poplio and his name is Alaska, or her name is Alaska. Who else do I have? Then I caught Then I caught a Ladybug just because I saw it and I had to catch it, but I'm not using it. So that was Squeaky, but I'm not using Ladybug at the moment. So then I caught a new Pokemon, a new bug Pokemon. You guys know I love the bug Pokemon as well. So I caught a Grubbin, and I called it, the first thing that popped into my head was Jake Bug. And then afterwards I realized it was a girl. So now I have a girl Grubbin called Jake. It's like how ridiculous is that? So that's like, and then like I didn't even know. I decided when I booted up the game the second time, because I turned it off in the meantime and taken a break, and when I booted up the game a second time, I decided to just like see what the story was with Mystery Gift, like how it works. So I just connected to the internet, and then it was like, oh, do you want this Munchlax? And I was like, what? Just like offering me a Munchlax. I didn't even know it was going to do it. So I got like a Munchlax, and I called it Hal because I was going to call it Jack Black, and then I was like, no, can't call it Jack Black, even though it looks like Jack Black, like Munchlax, Munch Black, Jacklax. Jacklax just sounds awful. And then I was going to call it Shallow Hal, but then I was like, oh, but that doesn't make sense because it's like Gwyneth Paltrow is like the fat one in that film, not Jack Black. Jack Black is just kind of pudgy as usual. So I decided against that, and I just decided to call it Hal. So I have a Munchlax named Hal. And then I ran into a Slowpoke, and I just had to catch the Slowpoke, but it was a female Slowpoke as well. Like, all my Pokemon seem to be girls, just like funnily enough, like randomly enough. So I caught the Slowpoke, and I called it Queen Hippo, but I don't have that at the moment either on my team. I'm not using it. And then like I randomly found a Pichu, and like that's the thing I love so far about it, is that like you just have no idea what you're going to run into. Like I'm there and like I'm running into Slowpoke and being like, oh my god, Slowpoke, that's really cool. I would never have expected to run into a Slowpoke. And then I ran into Pichu, and I was like, what? That's crazy. I have to have it. And it's just like the first time in ages, as I say, that you're just like running into Pokemon and being really excited and just wanting to catch them, like being excited about catching them and having them on your team. So I have a really cute little Pichu named Troy. So I have Troy at the moment, like my team is like Troy the Pichu, Alaska the Poplio, Jake Bug the female Grubbin, and what's the other one again? Oh yeah, Hal the Munchlax. So I'm just after getting to like that trainer school part, because I'm taking my time with the game. Like I'm not like rushing through it. I'm like, because I like when I like what happens is like, and as I say, it's the first time in ages that I felt like this playing a Pokemon game. It's like when you run into like a random Pokemon like Pichu, suddenly you become really curious and you're like, oh, I wonder what else is here. So you just start kind of wandering around, running into Pokemon just to see what's there, or just to like see what that area has to offer, you know? And I think it's a really great thing. Like I'm so delighted that it's so fun to play. Because like you guys know from like when I've played like Pokemon Silver, or even playing this, or playing any game, like whenever I talk about Pokemon, one of the things that I talk about, well no, this isn't where I wanted to go. Whenever I talk about Pokemon, one of the things that I talk about is like the invasion of like story, and how like the emphasis is taken away from just being engrossed in the world and being interested to see what's there and what's happening. Do you know what I might do actually? I've been thinking about this, or actually I was thinking about it in between videos after my pitiful defeat at the hands of the ninja master Koga. I was thinking of maybe like investing in a few of those X items, like especially X attack and X special. Like that's what I've been thinking of picking up. Like I have the money, I might as well like buy a couple of them, because they might actually be useful, why not? X special, why not? Like what else am I going to do with money in this game? Not doing anything with it. I'll buy a couple of them, and I'll buy some more lemonade, because the lemonade is really handy with Pikachu's HP being at the level it is. So yeah, like I'm like, as I was saying, just to get back and like wrap that little chat up into a nice neat little package, like one of the things that I've been so frustrated with has been just like the fact that like Pokemon games have been putting less and less emphasis on just enjoying going around and exploring the world, catching Pokemon and training them. And like I've been putting more and more emphasis on, oh, this is that big legendary Pokemon. Oh, the world is going to end. Oh, this is what's going. This is our big like concept for the storyline. And like I'm kind of hoping that Pokemon Moon doesn't end up going that way. Like I'm kind of hoping that it kind of like keeps the sticks with the storyline it's got going at the moment, or with the ratio it's got going at the moment, where it's enjoyable to play and you kind of want to know what's happening next. But at the moment they seem to just be putting emphasis on enjoying yourself and enjoying playing the game. So yeah, that's... Oh, the Silphco's down there. The Silphco is everywhere in this city, it's just enormous. So yeah, I guess like we'll round off this episode of Let's Play Pokemon Yellow for the moment. In the next part we'll start on the Silphco. And just a heads up, I do not intend on spending 6 videos here like I did in the first LP of Pokemon Yellow. I'm hoping for 2 videos, max 3, so yeah, thanks a million for watching this part. Have a great remaining holiday season. See you next time. Bye now.